All right, there, guys, how's it going? So, this will be my delayed reaction to the Arne Slot press conference. So, if you do like this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all of the Liverpool latest news. You know, it's a bit delayed. I've got work, through the day, and I don't always just sit on YouTube all day, videos and everything like that. So, it's appreciated that if you do give this video a like. There's this one person out there that seems to be disliking everything I do lately, but just every time I see it, I just laugh because I just think how sad. You sat there watching my videos and disliking it. Oh, God. Anyway, so guys, as I say, this is a bit of a delayed reaction. It's not fresh in my mind. I've only watched it the once. But I will say, as an overall, I think it was just professional. It was dealt with in a professional way. There was nothing mind-blowing that came out of it, I would say, that got us all revved up, ready for the season. I personally getting a bit more revved up, ready for the season because I'm just excited to see what happens. I'm excited for a new style of play. Like, I loved Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp's like my Bill Shankly. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I've never had so much success at the club during my lifetime. So I'll always have the Jurgen Klopp memories, but I'm excited now to see where we go going forward. And yeah, I also kind of feel like, I don't know if you guys feel this, but I'm not really football excited lately. I just don't think, it doesn't feel like there's a major tournament going on. Do you know what I mean? With the Euros, I just don't feel like, that there's anything going on football wise. It just seems really, really quiet. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if you guys have got the same type of feeling. It'd be good to know if you do. But anyway, back to the Arne Slot stuff. So, it came across professional. I think Richard Hughes mentioned a few things that were a little bit like, okay, why have you said that? And at the same time, I understand why he said it, because just to preface, all of the fans out there that are expecting them to come out and be like, yeah, we're going to sign a 6, we're going to sign a right back, forward, this is how we're going to line up, we're going to play this way, like, it wasn't going to happen. But, he didn't obviously do the whole Jurgen Klopp thing either, where we were all like buzzing the fact that he was there. Just on that though as well, do you kind of think that the situation at the club at the time when Jurgen Klopp joined us, and how successful Jurgen Klopp had been at Dortmund was kind of added to the excitement that we'd actually attracted a manager like Jurgen Klopp to Liverpool back then? Do you know what I mean? Whereas Arne Slot has not really done what Jurgen Klopp had done. I think I'm making sense there. Do you know what I mean? So it kind of doesn't feel as exciting, and especially due to like the success we've had in recent years. We're in a much better place now than we were before Jurgen. So maybe that is adding to the, shall we say, some fans out there saying it was a bit underwhelming or at best professional. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I feel like I'm waffling a fair bit. So anyway, a few bits that he basically spoke about, guys. So Arne Slot is focused on developing the talent that he's got. He was asked about potential incomings after a quiet start to the window, and Slot basically said that he doesn't have a specific number. It's clear that we have inherited a good team, and there are a few changes last year already. The way I look at football, I can see from the Euros how important it is to work on a daily basis for a longer time with a team. You see a lot of good players, and not all of them have the same level at the Euros that they have at their club, which I think, you're looking at Szoboszlai there. You're looking at probably a potential fewer players. To be fair, though, I think Szoboszlai had a decent tournament compared, for the team he played for. And that proves how important it is to work with players on a daily basis and get the best out of them. That's something we're going to do. The longer a team plays together, if there's a good head coach then normally, you will see things improve. I'm fortunate going to a club where not many transfers go out of the club. It's more difficult to have progress when you lose players. And I think he elaborated there where obviously at Feyenoord he would lose 8 to 10 players every season. And it was always kind of starting from scratch, whereas at Liverpool now he's going to try and keep the nucleus of the team together. He also added that he is comfortable with the title of head coach. He goes on to say that for me, it's not a change, as in Europe, we work like this. At my former clubs, it has always worked like this. There are not many clubs in the world where one person decides everything. It will be a collaboration between people. I don't think many sporting directors bring in players that the head coach doesn't like or the other way around. Sorry, guys. At a club like this, there are many people, more than 2. of us who can bring their opinion, and that's how I've worked in recent years. It's how I like to work. The way I'm going to use my time in the coming weeks is to make the team in the best possible way for us to be ready for the first game. Starting to work with the players will give us a better insight into the improvements we have to make. Now, this leads into the bit that Richard Hughes talked about, which I kind of thought was a little bit like, oh, well, that doesn't sound promising. Like, he wasn't... Like, just to preface, guys, he's not going to come out and say that, yes, we're after players, because obviously if they're in negotiations with teams, which they probably are, they don't want to make it sound like they're desperate for players. Do you know what I mean? But the way he worded this was a little bit... So, like, just for example, like, here you go. He went on to say, we need to improve on the training pitch first and foremost, and with the window open, we will always be opportunistic if we can. Now, the first time we heard that opportunistic related to a player that Liverpool could have gone with this summer was Lenny Yoro, where I think it was David Ornstein or someone like that basically said that he wasn't on the plans initially, but he was seen as a opportunistic signing if Liverpool could potentially sign him. So that's just the correlation of the words there, guys. Speaking industry-wide, when there are major tournaments in the summer, naturally the attention is there. After the flurry there was at the end of June, I think it will calm down a bit now, and that would be my prediction for the month of July. Then when August starts, when there's been more time to work with players, then opinions will be more set at football clubs. Then you may see a situation in August where clubs are in a bit of a hurry to get things done. I see a quiet July and then perhaps a crescendo in August. So it basically sounds like they're going to give Arne Slot time to look at the squad that he's getting. You know, Mo Salah and Endo are back over the weekend. But it sounds to me like that's a lot of time that's going to have gone before Liverpool even start making transfer signs. So that doesn't make sense. Like, I always think under Michael Edwards that the club was run transfer-wise windows in advance. Like, they'll know what they're doing next summer already. Do you know what I mean? So I find that hard to believe that they're going to wait till August to start making moves. Like, we've heard about the meeting with Chesterfield, like, that's apparently happened over the past couple of days. So it's a bit of a lie, is that, to be fair. And then Hughes also refused to be drawn on the futures of Van Dijk, Salah and Trent, going on to say, it wouldn't be fair for me to comment on the contractual situations. They are private matters between the club and the players. Now, I guess you could take that one way and to say that if there was positive news, you would say it. Like, for me, if I had any news whatsoever regarding any of them players, I would come out and just basically say, yeah, we're making progress. It looks likely we might get one or two of them done. Or if you wanted to name that person, you could say it. But the fact he didn't mention anything says to me that maybe there's no talks. Maybe there's nothing going on. So I'll have to just wait and see there, guys, in regards to that. So I think, guys, the only other thing we could probably talk about, which I think was pretty good, was when Chris Pajak at the Redmen TV asked the question, and Slot answered it in a way which a lot of Liverpool fans have thought was funny. Chris Pajak, he took it on the chin as well, to be fair. So, and he made a video about it, which is quite funny and everything. I think I probably would want the earth to eat me up if that had happened to me, being bodied by the head coach on his first press conference. But it basically was in something to do with his formation, where I think Pajak asked, at Feyenoord you played 4-2-3-1. But we're used to a 4-3-3. Like, what's your thoughts? Blah, 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 something along them lines. And then Slot was like saying, well, I didn't see it as a 4-2-3-1 at Feyenoord, and it was more of a 4-3-3 with play with freedom, bit more structure when defending. So basically go and get like your license or do your analytics better, something along them lines. And it was funny as hell, like, honestly. But yeah. So, guys, that's probably about it for this press conference. I know it's probably a bit of a crap video, to be fair. So you probably won't end up liking it. But yeah, I thought it was professional. It wasn't mind-blowing. There was no Jurgen Klopp moment, but I do think potentially the atmosphere around the club now is a lot different than it was when Klopp first came in. I do think the way Richard Hughes answered a few things regarding the whole transfer thing could have been handled a little bit better, but still, I was not expecting them to come out and name players in positions that they were looking at. Just wasn't expecting that whatsoever. So, yeah. Right then, guys, hope you like this video. Give it a like, leave a comment down below what you think of the whole Arne slot thing, and I'll catch you in the next one.